going to learn how to create some leaf prints using markers and a damp paper towel, or we can do prints if you only have crayons using a rubbing technique. So you need your crayons, or you need a damp paper towel and some washable markers. They do have to be washable, and a few leaves. So the first one that I'm going to show you is with markers. So I'm going to take one leaf, and I found that the really big leaves don't work quite as well because the marker wants to dry a little bit too fast. So I've got kind of a small to medium-sized one right here. And I'm going to turn it over to the back side so that I can see and feel the veins of the leaf. And since we studied primary colors and mixing last week, we're going to use primary colors again today. So grab your red, blue, and yellow. Then all you have to do is simply color the back. So you can mix up your colors, you can put them on here however you want. I kind of like to let most of the mixing happen on its own, but you're just going to color the back of your leaf and kind of make it up as you go. You might want to do this on a separate piece of paper so that it's okay if you go off the edge. That way you can get the edge details of your leaves a little bit better than I did. Then you're going to just set your damp paper towel, and I mean damp, not soaking wet, on your paper and just hold it for a second so that it gets damp and you can see just a little bit wet. Then I'm going to put my leaf marker side down on the damp area and just press it with my fingers. When I lift it off, I have a print of my leaf with all those colors. And I think we need to do these a minimum of 3 times. So you can use the same leaf again, you can change the leaf, whatever you think is the most interesting. Again, I would do this on an extra piece of paper. And then you just flip it on the damp area, press it, and then when you take it off, you'll be left with your print, which is fun. So like I said, I like it when the colors kind of mix naturally, but you can mix them right on your leaf as well. The other method, I know a lot of you don't have markers, so the other method is to do what's called a rubbing with your crayon. So I'm grabbing another leaf, this one's a little bit bigger, and I'm going to flip it over again so that I'm looking at the veins on the leaf, the textured area, and then I'm going to slide it underneath a piece of paper and just feel for it under the paper so I know where it's at. Then again, I'm going to use my primary colors, so blue, red, and yellow. And I need to feel for the leaf and find it. And then I'm just going to color right over top of it. I want to color neatly so that I'm not leaving big white spaces, because then, as you can see, the leaf starts to appear underneath my crayon. Now, if I change my pressure and change the value, then when I layer my colors together, they will mix, just like we saw last week. Get a little bit of violet going. And some green and some orange with my yellow. And again, I would say we need to do a minimum of 3. I'm only going to do 2 because I don't want your video to be really long, but we should do more than 2. The more you fill up your paper, the more interesting it will be. With the crayons, you could even layer your leaves together and see what kind of images you can get that way. Remember, with your yellow, the yellow is a much weaker color, so it's always going to take a back seat to the blue or the red. If you need more yellow to show up, then you're going to have to press a little bit harder. All right, so you could do either the marker strategy or the crayon strategy, or you could do a mixture of both. Either way, this one I hope you just have a lot of fun with.